We're on top of breaking news right now on WFMY News 2 at noon. The State Department of Instruction has reached its decision on what to do with Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools' request to pause debt interest payments. The district's request passed by one vote, but with an amendment. WFMY News 2's Amber Lake is live in Raleigh. Amber, you sat in on the Board of Education meeting and said one board member in particular was very passionate about this situation.
Right, very, very passionate, Megan. I'll get into that in just a moment, but I want to kind of elaborate a little bit on what passed. So we had that recommendation, right, from the panel that said that maybe we should push that 1% interest rate to November. That did pass, and those payments aren't going to start until January of next year, but that proposal was amended, and so there's a little bit of a change with that, meaning come October 1st, there's going to be a 0.4% interest that's going to start getting tacked on to those millions still owed to the state. But yes, that board member, Olivia Oxendine, she spoke before this vote happened, and she was very passionate about this entire situation. She said that Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools should be made an example to others on how not to manage money. Oxendine says Forsyth County has a legacy, and the state board has some work to do to make sure that Winston-Salem Forsyth County School Board members reflect that legacy. Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools still owes $3.4 million after overspending $11.3 million from the state school fund. The district already paid $7.9 million, but fights the interest penalties. That's why we were here today. Normally, state law requires immediate repayment with a 1% monthly penalty, but DPI gave a grace period until September 1st. District leaders went to Raleigh just a couple days ago asking for relief, blaming overstaffing, expired pandemic funds, and weak financial controls, not fraud. A state board panel recommended extending the grace period to November 20th. That was approved today. Board member Olivia Oxendine says something needs to be done.
I was really, I was appalled in reading the 8 findings clearly worded. And so it's perhaps mismanagement. I suppose that is one umbrella we can use. Technical systems in place to ensure that the management of the finances happen accurately, on time, and so on and so forth. But a lot of human error occurred as well. A lot of that occurred.
Forsyth County commissioners already approved more than $8 million in emergency funds to help cover the shortfall in the district. But Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools still faces millions more in debt to service providers and other funds. Again, the board here today in Raleigh approved that 0.4% interest rate that's going to start October 1st, and then the 1% that's going to start in November, with repayments starting in January of next year. We're going to keep asking these questions and figure out more about what happened. Live in Raleigh, Amber Lake, WFMY News 2.
Yeah, Amber, that board member made a good point. A lot of parents want someone or some people held accountable for all of this. You can find more information about the Winston-Salem Forsyth County Schools budget crisis on our website, WFMYnews2.com. We have a full timeline of events.